Right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, back out here again on a Saturday, and we're going to continue to push this word throughout the whole globe, giving all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Mukakadash.
Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And yes, the house of David is rising, and this kingdom is falling. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai. We're going to go straight into it, man. We've seen all the so-called natural disasters going around.
Earthquake in Haiti, right?
Yeah, that's the earthquake in Haiti. They're saying what was it, about 2,000 people died so far. Probably gone up. No, I think the last I heard was about 2,000. 3,000.
That's judgment.
Died. So that's all judgment, man. We're gonna start with the precept. Precept that come to mind in we got the fires. Yeah, we got the strong delusions. You know. Anyway, let me bring it out. Jeremiah 15 and 1 says, Then said Yahweh unto me, through Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. Yeah, man. Most High is opening up on those people in Haiti. You see that they're getting the aid. Just on the way out, I saw them fighting over the little aid that they're getting, the little...
Oh, like the Red Cross packages and stuff.
Yeah, among themselves, man. There's no... Seems like they just got them over there like hooligans, man.
Yeah.
They're just devastated and took all their wealth, you know, and yeah, go on.
It's like not to interrupt you, but I heard a saying in the world, like, basically, if there's a rich man and he's corrupt, like a guy who's really selfish and is rich, then how much more in poverty is he going to be that way? So if you're wicked, right, and you're doing wicked shit in a good time, when calamity comes, like famine and stuff, you're going to be even more of a nigger. So just to touch that point, you said that these people are fighting over the aid packages and stuff.
So yeah, they're desperate, you know, too. And it says, and it shall come to pass, because of all the Santa Maria that goes on over there, innit?
Yeah, they're into
well
witchcraft.
Known for that.
Yeah.
And what
Voodoo.
they did to the UN, the Americas, because they fought against slavery, fought rampantly hard against slavery.
Yeah, they defeated the French, right?
Yeah, defeated the French. Toussaint Louverture, you know, and he died in battle. They invited him over here, and they put him in one of their caves, the French caves, starved him to death. So Esau, you never trust thy enemy. So this is the results of them not showing no mercy to Haiti up until this very day. Jeremiah 15:2, and it says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go? Whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as are the deaf to deaf, and such are for sword to sword, and such are for the famine to the famine, and such are for the captivity to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh thy power, the sword to slay, the dog to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Boy, that's, you know, we was talking about, it's a fearful thing
to fall into the hands of the living power.
Man. I mean, you could talk about this justice system, how unjust it is. There's someone at the moment who's well known, an infamous character that is blowing up whole, you know. Some brothers are guiding him, but a lot of the so-called conscious community, you know, have got him in this court of public opinion, and they're tearing him to shreds, man.
You're talking about Polite, yeah?
Polite, you know, that so-called freedom, you know, what's the word? He was under the banner of Malachi York, a Nubian. So he ain't calling upon the true God. So this is what he's saying, and I will appoint over thee 4 kinds, saith Yahweh. And this is all going out all to the 2/3. This is the future of the 2/3. And Jeremiah had a lot to say about the 2/3. I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh thy power, the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. So he's worried about, well, he's under bail. He's out on bail now for some severe charges, allegedly at the moment. Well, I know some brothers are, even ISUPK saying, well, when your DNA is found and you've been charged, that's some serious charges.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit more than allegedly. And you're found guilty in the court of opinion. Yeah, you know you've got a lot. Polite knows he's got a lot of haters. He knows who he's been scamming and who he's been because he might have a certain section of people that he might be catering for, but the majority of the people that are out there are not haters. They're just calling account to your reckless behaviour.
Yeah,
whether you didn't do allegedly or did do, your reckless behaviour is there's a trail. You've left a trail behind you, man.
Yeah.
A trail of destruction, man. So people are not haters. They're just calling. They're bringing your accusation. They're bringing it to the forefront what you've done. And this is an occasion what Yahushua is using to do that, because it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, our power, man.
I've got that precept. Shall I bring it out?
Yeah.
Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
And all you got to do is think back of what has happened to all those that came against. They're going in now. You know, they even put up a little word for GMS. They said GMS is known for teaching the rape doctrine, you know, which is scriptural, yeah. But you got someone out there going out there and doing it, and they said that, and they started laughing.
Yeah.
You even got these people laughing at you now, man. You understand? When people that come up and who they're coming out and saying all the scams that he's been doing,
Yeah.
which has been on the radar for a long time, and what he does, he's under the spirit of the oh, they hate me,
I'm so persecuted.
you know, because I've got these cars and I've got these women and I'm married to all these women, they hate me. You see, that's just a little veneer, that little trick that he uses. He thrives off that. You got people like that, very sadistic people. You know, so there was some around us, which thankfully they're not around us no more. The most I got them out of here. They thrive on being a victim.
Yeah.
And saying they hate me. You know, oh, they're all haters because they don't like me. What's the word? Narcissism.
That is narcissism. And they want to act like they're Saint Stephen. Oh, they've persecuted, they've done this to me and they've done that to me.
Or there's another word, sociopath.
That's a good one.
You know,
Yeah.
I might do a video on that. I think roughly off the top of my head, to be a sociopath is like to someone who thinks that they have an overly important opinion of themselves, and all people around them, they're only here, they're like a king, and all the people around them are
Just to
like
serve them.
They're subjects.
Yeah.
And whatever you got, if you can't use it to help me, then you stay over there. You can't what you've got. If you can't use that to help me, you stay over there. And if you ain't got nothing good to say about me, because I'm perfect. Yeah, the sociopath spirit. I'm perfect. Yaradan, Jordan.
Yeah.
When it came out, when it all blew up in the end, what he was doing, all the scams that he doing, he went missing, man, with his tail between his legs.
He went AWOL.
You know, you saw him doing a little thing on the side, and then next thing you know, he was gone. And he had a really prominent position, man. Every time I turn on the YouTube, I would always see, like, be watching the video, then you might see him Atlanta pop up.
Yeah.
And you know what I found strange? What brothers, because everything is revealed over time. I'm going to bring out a precept. Everything is revealed over time. As a matter of fact, let's get to the precept, yeah? Because I'm going to let the scriptures talk. There's so much information coming out now. There's so much truth being revealed coming out now. It's can we keep up? I'm gonna Isaiah 42. You know, because we're watchmen. You know what I mean? So we've got to bring these things out. Isaiah 42:9 says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare before they spring up. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." Yeah. You know, that's what Isaiah said. Behold, the former things have come to pass, and that's what we do. Before they spring up, the Most High puts a spirit on the brothers around the world. You know, keep the ones that, particularly what their lot may be. Some are very good on the history, bringing out the history. You know, if you're that rebuke spirit, you know, you got that rebuke spirit, and you can do it in an eloquent way to edify. You know, you're going to do that. You know. Prophecy, some brothers are excellent on the prophecy, you know what I mean? So we want to home up, and we are homing up on all these qualities. We want to be like, I want to be like Moses. We've got too many role models we can mention, man.
Exactly.
Moses, you've got King David. Anyone you mention, I'll say, I like all of them.
Yeah.
You know? So, behold, the former things, these are what the prophets did, are come to pass, and the new things to do I declare before they spring up. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. So we get this information, man. We're spoke now, man. Was that Daniel 12? Daniel
What
12 and 4.
knowledge shall be increased?
Yeah.
I'll get it for you. The Most High is moving on all fronts. It's not just one aspect he's taken out. Like, for example, we saw the earthquake in Haiti, he's bringing judgment there. Then he's bringing judgment upon characters such as Polite and other people who aren't teaching the correct doctrine. And then also,
niggas, yeah.
and also, so lucky to not to change the subject, but you got the US pulling out of Kabul,
Yeah.
and the rise of the Taliban. So there's all these things happening on so many fronts.
Yeah.
The Most High is moving on all areas, man. You call for Daniel 12 and 4, right?
Yeah.
Let me get it for you.
You can come and start. Yeah, because I
All
think you'll be alright for now. And then I'm going to let you do.
All right, come on. Daniel 12 and verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Yeah. This knowledge is being increased now. And we're sport for choice. Being spoon-fed, man. When I come into this truth, I didn't know. There was so much to choose from. And all through the Spirit, the Most High let me choose the right
Camp.
Yeah? The right camp. Yeah, but I was gonna use one of my analogies. The whole grain truth, the whole grain food, which is when you got a lot of junk food around you. McDonald's there, Burger King over there, flipping Kentucky Fried Chicken over there, and you choose whole grain food, man. You must be blessed, you know. Most people don't, you know. We don't. I mean, we might have to go through certain things before we find out it's the truth. It's the truth, and it's the best thing for you. And we did, a lot of us. But we came to it, the knowledge. So we made the right choice. Yeah, even though we were sport for choice, we made the right choice, man. And we're now doing what we do, just bringing out these prophecies. And as you mentioned in Daniel, the knowledge is increasing, and we're bringing them. We're watchmen.
That's right.
I got a precept in 1 Corinthians 4.
Okay.
And
Can we skip it?
yeah, sure. Go on.
1 Corinthians 4 and which?
Chapters 5.
Can't.
1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 5.
Can't. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 5. Therefore judge nothing before the time, until the Lord Yahweh shall come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness, and will make manifest the counsels of the hearts, and then shall every man have the praise of the Most High.
Yes.
That's a beautiful precept.
Yes, man. I want to take my time and savor on a little bit. Just savor that little, just.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Therefore, judge nothing before the time. Yeah, judge nothing before the time, because the ultimate judge is Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai, and he's at the right hand side of the Most High Yahweh, waiting for his enemies to be placed at his footstool as a footstool. And he's the judge. He's been given all authority has been given him to do that judging.
Yep.
So we wait patiently, as it says there. Judge nothing before the time. So we ain't going to judge nothing before the time. We see it and we give an analysis. We can give an analysis. We can give updates. And you mentioned the Afghanistan thing over
US,
there.
yeah.
That's a current event, and that's going to lead. That's leading to that's a sedition anyway. We could say that is a sedition. And seditions lead to little skirmishes lead to bigger skirmishes, and bigger skirmishes lead to fights here and there, and then, but we know the missile's going to come regardless anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you got something you want to bring out?
Yeah, the one I brought out when we was just talking. This is links with what you said. Psalms 37 verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be. Let me start again. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb.
Fret not. So we just take it easy, man. Take it in the stride of Yahweh Yahushua, waiting patiently. It's not just a waiting in vain. Bob Marley sang that song.
Yep,
You know,
I remember that.
You know, a revolutionist. You know, some say he kind of got a little bit soft. You know, but we're waiting with a strategic waiting. I don't want to wait in vain. We ain't gonna be waiting in no vain. The Bob Marley song. We're waiting with we know that the Most High gonna act on His time, and His time is the right time, and it's gonna be a surgical strike.
Yeah.
I like to use that word. I got from the elder, surgical strike.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you're into the boxing and into the martial arts, and even some of the golf, you know, some man like the golf, some of the sports, or the squash or the tennis, it's not just about banging, just going in there and banging, crash bang wallop. All these sports,
Yep.
but basketball, it's not just about crash bang wallop. When you're new to it, that's what you might be fooled to think that. Oh, you got to go in there and
Whack it as hard
if you
as
hit
you
it
can,
hard, then the guy ain't got no chance. But if the guy knows what he's doing, don't matter how hard you hit, because I did that, man knows what to do. You just get a little dink and just dip it over your head, or go in and just slap it on the wall and it goes over there. You know, and I know I picked up all the little tricks that is and controlling the tee. If you're standing in the middle and you've got your man going over to the left and then you knock it over there, going over to the right, and you knock it over there, going over to the left, and you're controlling the tee. When it gets to like 10 point, if you're playing up to 20 or 11, 10 point, the man too tired,
He's exhausted.
He's exhausted because you understand how to play strategically. You know, when you first come in the truth, you know, you got to learn patience, humility, and learning and waiting on the Most High to act for us. And we collectively as a people, we do that.
I've got a precept. If you select it.
Yeah, bring it.
This is Luke 21:19. It says, "In your patience possess ye your souls." So
Yeah.
patience is a key thing in this truth.
So, you want
So
to
like it. I think patience goes back to suffering. So
Yeah.
when you're suffering, possess ye your souls. So basically, don't lose your integrity in this thing.
Yeah.
In your suffering, don't lose your integrity. Always maintain fast to that which is good.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Yeah, and the Most High's plan is he hasn't got no zeros on his record, man. I mean, when I think about, when I look at anybody that I admire in the sports world, like if it's people talk about Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson,
Yeah.
I look at the guy who's doing well and I say, yeah, that's the blueprint, man. You know, Floyd Mayweather, he's got no zeros. And was he a cherry picker? I don't believe he was a cherry picker. I believe he was just very good at what he did, or something. So.
You say Floyd Mayweather's got no zeros, but he's going to have the biggest zero when Yahweh shall return.
He's got a lot of zeros outside the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's, you know, he realised you've got to stay in your lane. You've got to stay in your lane, man. So we got our zeros, and it's okay. We're patient. We're learning. We're taking our zeros. We're taking our strikes.
Yep.
As Yehoshua took his stripes. And through his stripes, we are healed, man.
That's
so
right.
we take our zeros, but you know, those zeros, the Most High's got an account of all those L's, so-called L's, which really will be turned into W's anyway.
Yep.
Through the spirit, because they were just L's in the flesh, and we was learning, being chastised and learning patience, as you say. Because patience is very, Most High says he loves that. He loves the patient spirit. He likes humble people.
Yep.
Doesn't like haughty people, impatient people. David had something to say about that. I got a precept in Isaiah 25.
Do you want me to get it? Or?
Yeah, you can.
All right. Isaiah 25 in which Baba Kishore?
Verse 7.
Can't. Isaiah chapter 25 verse 7 says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people, and the veil that is spread over all the nations." Is that what you wanted?
Yeah. Because there's a veil over the nations, man, which is E at the moment is E. The whole earth has been given to the wicked. E, which he's being exposed.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, we know about the Tuskegee, and we know about that through just understanding a little bit of history. But people now are understand that if this man's going to come and offer me that jab, what about what he done to all those people at the Tuskegee from 1914 to around up to the 1970s.
That's right.
1940s up to the 1970s, where they was just injecting people with Tuskegee, and they come in syphilis.
Yeah.
Yeah, syphilis, and they're coming out trying to spin it, saying they never injected people with it. They were just stopping them from getting the vaccine, stopping them from getting being treated.
Treatment, yeah.
They're trying to. That's a spin, a little subtle little spin. If you're not catching what they're doing, to make it seem like, oh well now you actually we are going to give you the treatment for what is this
The serpent's juice.
this devil's juice, serpent's
Yeah.
juice. So we was
Satan's
wrong then. They're saying we was wrong then, 'cause we should have treated you. That's what they're saying. When really they gave it to them, syphilis.
Yeah.
But they're saying we was wrong because we didn't treat you. But now we've made an amends and we're making up for it now. We're going to treat you.
Yeah.
you damn right you're gonna treat. They're gonna fool you, and they're gonna put you in your coffin, man, like a bull to the slaughter, you know.
Yeah, it's
So-
like it goes back to Surah 12th chapter. Never trust thine enemy, though he humbleth himself and go crouching. Like you look at Joe Biden, he's acting like he's just this sweet little old man, and he's all shaking and shit when he's talking. No, that guy's fucking devil, man.
Yeah.
And they're coming with subtlety, trying to get you to take this thing, which will fuck your ass up. Back to you.
That's right, man. I got one. I'm gonna read it. Yeah.
Come on.
1 Peter 4 and 17 says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh thy power?"
That's right.
Yeah. So in Israel, we've got the revealing now is taking place. There's a revealing taking place, a judgment that is taking place.
Yep.
And you've got people dropping left, right, and centre. The ones that the Most High wants to take. I saw someone put on the chat that they're giving it to the little children, them, and the little children, them.
The 2-year-olds, yeah.
There was a bit older, looked like about 6 and 7.
What country are you talking about? Over here or in Israel? Because in Israel,
No,
I
it
think they're trying
wasn't.
to give it to the 2-year-old children.
I think it's Israel.
Okay.
Is it Israel? Wait, hold on a minute. No, it was over here in England because I saw the police. They had the police. It's England.
Okay.
It's England, but these will look like 4, 5, 6-year-olds, and the parents was there, so they had the permission of the parents, but the children was reluctant to get it. Was it just a one-off thing? They were reluctant to get it, but they had the police standing by there, and then they ended up holding the little youths them down.
And juking them.
Yeah, so
Tragic.
they look like Edomite children anyway. But boy.
Well, whoever's going to get it's going to get it. But I mean, shows how stupid these people are, man. To put your children into this potential danger. Keep going.
Yeah, so I got this precept in 2 Thessalonians and 2, because I think it was last week, you and the elder mentioned about reveal. What does it mean? You went into it and you broke in to reveal.
Yeah.
So this precept is gonna lead us into that a little bit more. 2 Thessalonians 2, and read from 2 and then and go down.
Come on. Starting from 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Right, 2 Thessalonians 2 from verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that the day of HaMashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that as God he sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
Right.
Shall I go
Yeah.
back?
No, you can. Where's the verse that you mentioned? Is it 4?
Look that he's
He opposes
sitting-
himself.
Yeah. Shall I read that again?
Hold on, it's like let me slow down a bit. Let the man. Yeah. Go back to 3.
Can't. Right, so once again, 2 Thessalonians 1 verse, so it's like 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except that there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah, the man of sin will be revealed.
Yep.
So we can talk about the ease. We can talk about that this pandemic is being exposed on every level,
Yes.
and the elect shall escape it. And you've got some people who are so-called, what they call them, whistleblowers, and parents with pregnant women. She said they wanted me to get it in my, get it, the joke. And I said, no, I'm pregnant, man. And she said she knew there's going to be a lot of after effects from getting that.
Yeah.
So she's standing her ground. Some people went outside of the French pharmacy, the French pop up, get popped and started vandalizing it. People in the French Revolution, the sedition, French, I think it's Russia too. Is it Russia? Where they're protesting against it.
Yeah.
So this is how this man is being revealed, and the word revealed. I just took a little screenshot, which we know what it is, but just to refresh my memory a little bit. What does it mean to be revealed? Something is being revealed.
To pull back the veil.
Right.
So that covering cast that you spoke of earlier has been over the people, but now it's slowly being lifted up. It's being revealed.
Yeah. So Google says a surprising and previously unknown fact that has been disclosed to others. Yeah. Divulgence, declaration, disclosure, which we know, but it's always good to just refresh my memory a little bit. So a disclosure is been taking place, and also you got the judgment that is taking place among Israel. That Paul Light character who came against a lot of came against this truth collectively, directly against the elders and the apostles of GMS.
Yeah.
Talking about, and brothers was explaining that, the rape issue. But now you've been charged. So far you're worried about the court of law and the court of public opinion. You're worried about that. But you should be really worried about is the judge of the Most High Yehovah Hashem Yahushua when he,
I've got a quick precept because you just mentioned Paul Light. I just want to make bringing this scripture out because the allegations that are against him is that he was dealing with the mother and the daughter. Now, according to the law of the Bible, to deal with a young girl, like a maiden, like a woman of marriageable age, that's when she has a period, that's not against the law. But what is against the law is to deal with a mother and her daughter. So this is Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 17, I believe.
Right.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take thy son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover their nakedness, for they are thy near kinswomen. It is wickedness.
Right.
So that's the wickedness that he's allegedly done.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, so, and Galatians 6 and 7 says, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall you also reap. You can't go around accusing people and acting as if you're not doing it.
Yep.
And this is not the first time, apparently, which people have been talking about that. All the things, and the point is, read that again in 2 Thessalonians, that's the point, really.
Yeah, come back to 2 Thessalonians once again. Hold up, just let it go. Get back. It's like it, bear me.
I'm going to read this while you're looking for it.
Yeah, can't.
Matthew 12 and 36 says, but I say unto you that every idle word that a man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of the Most High Yehovah, thy power of judgment. Every idle word that a man shall speak. And you think that it was I'm just accusing these men. These are just men on the street, I don't go around. Who are they? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me accuse them of doing something. I don't give a monkeys, and it's all right. And you think it's just going to be all right.
Yeah, it ain't going to be all right.
Matthew 12:36 says, but I say unto you that every idle word, because you don't know who you're dealing with, man.
Exactly.
That a man shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of the Most High, in the judgment of the Most High.
Can't. I've got 2 Thessalonians here again. Which is it? Verse 3?
Yeah, you could read verse 3.
Right, 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah, this is the time. This is the time when the Most High is making a revelation, a disclosure, is uncovering the wickedness of our own people. Yeah, that's why Jeremiah said, I'm going to read, I got a precept on Jeremiah. First of all, I got this one I'm going to read in Jeremiah 15 and 26 says, for among my people are wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men. Right, you see? Setting snap, and the allegations that's coming out. I'm going to let the Most High do what he do. Ultimately, the ultimate judge. But don't think them people ain't going to get you, man. Because when in Jamaica, if you get caught stealing, right?
Street justice get you.
Right. They may catch you, and if police catch you, they may shoot you in your leg if you try and run. I remember we heard this years ago when we said, let's go back to England. You can't fuck about with them. right? They catch you and they shoot. My uncle was telling me that. If you try and run, they shoot you in your leg. Or if you've been caught for stealing just by going around in the market and stealing, then the person's got the right to cut off your little fingers, cut off your hand, and make you run wherever you're running without that on your hand. So that's street justice, man.
Yep.
So you're worried about the street justice, court of public opinion, and you should be worried because you've done a lot of things that you shouldn't have been doing, which you know you shouldn't have been doing, scamming and all that. But it's all going to come out in due time. Whatsoever a man soweth, that he should also reap. And then you've got the judge of this law that you're worried about, which is not, it's not technically, you didn't sin against the judge of the Most High's law when it comes to dealing with that girl, technically. Yeah, but according to this law, you went off, and you could be, however it balances out, however they find you is how it's going to find you. But ultimately, you should be worried about what you did and how you came against the true men of the Lord.
That's right. If I may add to that as well, just a couple of things. That street justice thing, we're not condoning that because the scripture against stealing is that you're supposed to pay back double, not to cut their hands off. But that's what they do in certain countries.
Yep.
Right. But regarding polite, he did go off according to the Most High's law because not that he dealt with a young damsel, but that he dealt with the mother and the daughter. Yeah. That's off according to Leviticus.
Yeah.
So he is going to get tried in the court of public opinion, but the Most High's got a judgment ready for his ass too.
He got worse than, like I say, he's got worse than what the people that can do to you on the street. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hand of Jehovah thy power. But the problem is with a lot of these people, right, as it mentioned in Jeremiah. Let me bring out another precept.
Come on.
Anyway, Jeremiah 17, let's bring out this one. Jeremiah 11 and 14 says, therefore pray not for these people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time of their cry unto me for their trouble. So, if the Most High gives you over into the hands of the people who you allegedly, say allegedly, but there's so much evidence, but allegedly for you to
They swindled.
Yeah. If the Most High give you over to the hand of those people, then we ain't gonna pray for you, man.
Yep.
Because that's just that's what you call judgment of the Most High. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. You hold our power, man. Yeah. So we ain't gonna pray for you. We're not praying for you now. We're not feeling sorry for you because
you brought it upon yourself.
Sirach says never trust thine enemy.
Can't. Sirach 12 and 10, I believe. I'll get it for you.
Yeah. And yeah, man, I hear this coming out. You say, well, you know, I don't feel sorry for them because where's that scripture in Sirach 25 and 7?
Let me get that for you.
Yeah, bring that one out, Brother Kushar.
Sirach 25 verse 7 it says, praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of men. No, so that's 27:7. It's like it. Sirach 25 and 7 is here. It says, there be 9 things in my heart which I have judged to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Right. So you want to accuse people of hate? Well, there's a scripture that brings out the fact of the matter. You know, we're happy when we see our enemies get it's only a slap on the wrist at the moment anyway. You know, that's why Jeremiah said to us, pray not for these people. When we see when the Most High properly opens up, we're gonna have to hold back. Anyway, let me get there's a precept that can explain it even better. Ezekiel, is it 4 and 9?
Let me find that for you.
One about putting the mark on the head. Is it 9 and 4, 4 and 9?
Oh, go throughout the city.
Yeah.
That's Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Yeah, get to that one, Brother Kushar, and then break a little bit of that down.
Right, I just got one for you quickly about what we're talking about. Galatians 6 verse 7, be not deceived, for the Most High is not mocked. Right. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Yeah. So that just gives you the balance there, the judgment, the scales of justice. Everything always balances itself out. The full scale is an unbalanced scale is an abomination to the Most High.